Yeah, dude. I was rolling, and then yeah, your mama was like, "Oh, that's Tetro, that's Patty behind that count." Nuh-uh, dude. I don't swing that way. I've been happily married with the same woman for over 20 years, dude. Why the fuck would I want to do that gay crap? You know what I mean? It's stupid how people are.
Hey, what'd you do with the FBI? What were you a field agent or office?
I started out with the office, but I wanted to go out on the line of duty, and my partner almost got killed because this guy shot him, and then I wind up killing him. And people misinterpret the fact that I go to the family of the guy that I killed to pay respects because he was just a young kid, man. He was only 18 years old, and every day I regret doing that because you know what? That's the only time I've ever killed anybody, and I regret it every day of my life. He was a young kid. He was trying to shoot at my partner and kill him, so it was either my partner or it was him. And people, and I've seen people on here make fun of that. I mean, there's nothing to make fun of about taking a person's life or defending somebody. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's
But
a
I
true
do,
story.
yeah. Every
Damn.
year, every year I visit his family and I pay respects to his
No, I mean
grave.
that's a true story about you shooting the guy and everything. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I've heard people say some crazy shit, dude, but I wouldn't just sit there and make something up like that, man. And every day I wake up with trauma because of that. And I've had people just because they don't like me on here just make fun of that. I
Yeah.
try to tell them taking a person's life is not funny, and I would not make up a story like that. But
Yeah, I would hope
I
not.
hope you
If
all
it,
having a
hey,
good
that's
day,
fucked up.
man.
That's true. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go through it.
It's one of the reasons why I quit the FBI, dude. And I found a lot of crap about him, and I didn't want to work for an organization that caused corruption. The reason why I wanted to be a part of that, man, is because when I was a kid, I watched shows like Cops and all these shows about FBI and CIA agents and stuff like that were trying to make a difference. And when you're a kid, you have it in your mind that you want to help people and you want to save people,
That's the
but
same
never
reason
did I
people join
think,
the military, man. The same reason people join, or a lot
yeah,
of people.
yeah, that too, dude. I could have joined the military. I think I would have been better off.
Okay, so he goes on to talk about he has a doxing machine and all these things, right? But he's Aaron's friend, right? Aaron, who I could play it if y'all want to see it, whatever. I never wanted this to be my content. I would literally spend 24/7 like others do, right? Can't even take a shower without streaming their victimhood. In Aaron's case, streamed all last night, my streams, other people's streams, whatever, with his shitty music, shitty sound. Yet he
Yeah.
says he was a DJ or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, Tetro stories bullshit. Yeah, and claiming he was an FBI agent.
Why can't they get it right? It's more of the video that's the shitty part. That's just a low grade cheap camera. But I thought we had some high def going for the sound, except for in Studio C where we're at now. But anyway, wow. Yeah, I admit that doesn't sound very good in Studio C coming through the scrap yards. Uh, Wonder what else she was trying about to deflect to question Mr. Scotty about the Mark Connors situation and Scotty rolling around on the dojo mats with Mr. Connors, the same one that Tacos busted out, huh? Right? So important. Yeah, I mean he's still doing like LARPing and wants to make reality shows currently, but Scotty says he's not. He's doesn't not doing anything right. Not a threat on the internet, just like Predward. He's doing right. Okay.
And all of these things, right? So and but with that training, what he does now is he runs over and leaves little turds in everybody's comment
Oh
sections.
no, no, isn't that? Who's been doing that recently to me? Somebody wanted to be a blowhard this morning. Yeah, no, I get that quite a bit. Blowhards in my comment sections that can't panel up like cryvids. It's more lyrical content there for raps and beats. Holy shit.
While they're live. Tetra was here, we win. Here's a turd for you. We turd on you. Turds, turds.
No, that's
Okay.
what Cry Your Mama, your buddies there come up with first. Isn't that amazing?
Like he just stated himself, a husband, a father, or whatever, and this dude is fucking weird. Okay,
Again.
and tells this whole
Again,
fake
Tetro, thanks for jumping on the grenade with this one. This is great.
story about that he killed a man, but he did it because he had to. He's in the FBI. All this other, I mean, these people are insane. A doxing machine. Yeah, should I go to that part? It's funny. And then James says, "Oh,
Yeah,
you mean
see?
Google?"
Why be such a victim if you're gonna sit there and laugh at it like it's entertainment now all of a sudden, right? Oh my
He
gosh.
goes, "No, it's an actual doxing machine." Yeah. So he's been doxing. Well, that's their secret power, right? Doxing my family, right?
Well, no,
Doxing my
I got a voice analysis machine. Works pretty good.
from
So what?
financial to a mugshot. Somebody got in a argument in college over a dorm refrigerator. Oh, caught her in her garage. Oh yeah, you got me. Must be a horrible person, right? Especially if you're not beautiful. That's the thing. That's more of the Kramas thing, right? They're gonna catch you. They're gonna catch you on your bad hair day. They're gonna catch you on, with still shots. Then when I do you want? I've been collecting still shots. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the beauty pageant. But and then I tell myself, no, don't stoop to their level because that's I don't want to become them because that's what's happened here. It's just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. The narcissistic injury, right, which we just saw, right? They're not there to talk about anything, any issues, any news things that are going on or anything anyway. So what I was going to cover was what's going on with what Tulsi brought out yesterday. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. She claims it is Tulsi Gabbard. And people that are in these circles, right, who were
These circles.
trolling
Mm.
for some of the people who may be involved. And this goes back to microchip. It goes back to other people, right? In specifically Operation Titty Twister. Now,
Whoa. Sounds pretty serious.
those who know what that is.
Whoa.
And when it rolled out, and it coincides with exactly what's going on,
Whoa.
and I guess we'll see.
Is that just one of them left-wing operations to blame everything on the right-wingers, but you're all involved? Just saying.
Rolls out. And several of these people who hide behind either legitimate, mostly illegitimate titles, let's say. Somebody just graduated from being a journalist, therefore it's okay to cyberstalk. And they want to call it gonzo journalism. I call it you're a creep. Okay? Huh. Call it whatever the fuck you want to. Okay? Because wow. Anyway. Or they're law enforcement, or they're what? They're
well, you're the one that's trying to tell people to call law enforcement for J6ers. But wow, amazing. Double projection right there.
Huh. Making America great again.
Oh man.
Right. Therefore, horrible. It's okay to treat other Americans. Right. We the people.
Right. Trying to say back in the day that I was stolen valor, and then when I start swinging back at you, you just gotta work me further in by apologizing. That's some no backbone shit.
Treat other people like shit. It's how they treat the people that they say they care about.
Because I had an opinion back in the day about a rancher being shot in the back. Oh my gosh.
It's happened in other countries. It's happening here now. And it's led to devastating, dire situations in which
you're listening to the Tacos News Network that's propagating left-wing rhetoric and propaganda at extremist levels constantly. And you try to just help people snap out of that by just, oh my gosh, this is what I'm putting out, right? This is the way I kind of look at things, but nah, boop, mute, talk shit. That's all right.
We're well on
Oh,
our
yeah.
way
By the way, this is fair use because of the commentating in between certain segments, so forth. Wow, amazing, huh? Fair use.
into. Which reminds me, I think it was brought up last night as well on Jedi Stream about how what's going on with Elon. Is he gonna bring out all of the Epstein stuff, and was he involved himself? I think I've seen pictures of him with the couple.
I think that operation with all of that going on is to see whose mind is stuck in the gutter.
Blaine and Jeffrey. I'll try to put what I wanted to go over today because I kind of rolled out of bed and then thought, no, oh my God, because I saw the story by the Independent. I'm going to put the link in there of the article I'm talking about because this goes into yet another avenue, right, of the Holocaust denial. And that's a whole other troll segment.
Amazing.
That, again, many of us who have been through
Man, could you imagine if that right or that left-wing extremist group from Tucson, Arizona that was supposed to, do the anti-protests against the Bundys during their trials in Las Vegas, how much, their damages would be since Bundy got $7 million worth of damages. Damn, right? Far-right trolling, calling out Big Pharma and hospitals and shit like that for their transgender reassignment units. Wow, amazing. Thank God for the right-wing trolls and actually somebody taking a hit for 71 million just to call it all out, I guess, huh? Dang, I wonder what the left-wingers are actually covering up here, right? Oh my gosh. Seriously, I think the most important part, Epstein files, it released the crap out of them. But I think bigger things is why aren't we cutting ties with Israel? I think that'd solve a lot of problems, a lot of different problems. Anyways,
GDL, the anti-GDL or whatever, which I believe Scotty himself is very familiar.
I thought Muslims were supposed to hate Jews, but again, I forgot. It's all part of the one world order trying to come together.
And again, I have nothing to do with Tiffany, with who was looking up whose kids. No secret messages from OJM or anything else. And again, that stream that I did, keeps coming back up. And hatred directed towards myself and my family because of it. Let me put the link in here before I forget. I'm blabbering away. Okay, so this goes into, there's a link in here. And this is the big thing, takeaways here, we're talking about RICO. Wow. Liable for RICO counts. 71 million. And here we go. Holocaust denier Charles C. Johnson.
Man, I bet you that type of precedent would help set some precedent, win some cases against some left-wingers that are doing the same stuff too. Jeez. Like Vic this morning threatened to, take people's houses, and the reason why it's him chosen to do it is because he's got nothing to lose. Countersuit type shit.
Far-right blogger, 40 million. And I'm looking for the link of where here he is.
Same thing with that left-wing troll. Tooth Fairy, nothing to lose. She's going to troll, but Taco isn't going to call that out.
Charles C. Johnson and...
Oh, yeah. Another left-wing troll we're seeing here. Nothing to lose, tacos. Oh, my gosh.
Had a minor... Oh, Clearview AI. Oh, where have we heard that before? Yes. A minor state. I'm looking for the link about... Here we go. Confidential informant. Johnson, who reportedly served as a confidential informant for FBI Special Agent Jonathan Buma, has also taken credit for brokering a relationship between the FBI and right-wing tech billionaire Peter Thiel on shop.
Yeah, amazing how some of those informants also are infiltrators from the left side, in my opinion.
Texas-based right-leaning Substack newsletter, Current Revolt. I bet they call themselves journalists too. See, journalists can be a lot of things.
To make it look really bad, just like the Bundys, there's going to be left-wing infiltrates there to make it look really bad, look really extremist.
Anyways, I might do another show another time, another stream, and go over this. I'm looking for the exact link. Oh, it was in here, and it was on a public forum, I believe, that he was talking to JD. I just want to make sure my mic is on before I keep going on with this. Uncovered texts reveal lengthy conversations between JD Vance and Holocaust denier. Vance's Fox says he usually ignored messages from Holocaust denier Johnson, but discussed Ukraine bitching about F-16s.
See, it's amazing how they needed anti-Semitism laws in Florida, try to help set precedent for the rest of the country you know. But it's interesting what really constitutes anti-Semitism, right? Is it just against one group or individuals? I mean, I don't know.
And I'm gonna keep this link and I'm gonna put it in the chat in case you are taking a deep dive and you won't have to go through what I just went through looking for it. So let me read what y'all have to say and back this. FBI use many, they use confidential informants. They manipulate these people, right? Most, they're criminals, and they suffer from severe mental issues, mental illness and or brain injuries and these sorts of things.
Right. Like that confidential informant that reminds me of Tacos, Gregory Burleson, that got 70 years to make some things look really bad for the rest, to set precedent for the rest of the tiers of defendants that are up against 90 years worth of charges apiece. About 20 of them.
What was you trying? Also, I was asked. Anyway, a video was made immediately. Lee was in my chat. I never talked to Lee. That was brought up over by Jedi too. But I don't know if he meant anything about Lee or anything, but rather than videos immediately made.
Yeah,
Tacos.
Like she never talks to Vic too, right?
This one and that one, right? These people are nonstop busybodies.
Like you were. You wanted to be a
Some
busybody.
of them are in law enforcement, right, and whatnot. And that's another splinter of all of this.
She wanted to be a busybody back in 2016, right? Oh my gosh.
Blue line and whatever, right? And anyways,
they're way against in the East Coast, worried about, again, somebody like from overseas, worried about what's going on the West Coast with land rights issues. Should see the land she owns right now. She's not getting threatened to be sued for that, right? No, her buddy Vic is trying to threaten to sue people to take their houses and their cars and their trucks.
Somebody else having a different take or a different belief or gender or religion or something else.
Amazing.
Oh, I need that link. Yeah, Operation Titty Twister was brought up last night, and again, that's another whole avenue about what's coming out with what Tulsi Gabbard is bringing forth, right? Some of these people are seasoned in both left and right political LARPing, let's say.
Oh my gosh, not LARPing.
And I'm gonna play something really quick. Actually, I played it on Jedi stream last night. While I look up your link.
Oh, Jedi need to be coming back out on the scene, huh? Need a little breather there for a minute. It's getting kind of color was getting tight.
I know the source of this OAN is a bad source or whatever, but looking back and listening to what was said, and again by Posobiec, right? Jack Posobiec, who basically started Q himself. Anyways, I found it interesting to look back at it. I'll be right back.
Woo.
The group called QAnon is being debunked by one of the group's founders. One America's Jack Posobiec spoke with one of the former top members of the group and has this exclusive. Clearance secret. Q messages when it drops. Follow a pattern of Socratic methods.
I saw that Q was some type of a left-wing infiltrate thing to blame right-wingers to look extremist. Wow, amazing. Then you've got a left-wing nutcase that's, just pushing agendas. That things went down a little bit different, right? A little more colorful of articles instead of just getting down to the facts of things. It's really interesting how they peddle their bullshit. I just like to clown them all, really.
Cryptic messages, riddles, and coded drops of information. The earliest Q drops referenced an upcoming arrest of Hillary Clinton. It took place on October 30th.
Oh my gosh.
That didn't happen. Instead, what happened on October 30th was quite contrary. It was the exact opposite of the poster's prediction. Trump campaign officials and advisors, Paul Manafort, Rick Gates, and George Papadopoulos were all indicted. Manafort and Gates were placed under home arrest. Q would go on to report many more predictions in these drops without any clear sign of them ever coming true. Several months before this occurred, a Twitter user named Dreamcatcher reached out to this reporter and told me about an op that he was planning with notorious pro-Trump troll Microchip that would plant bits of information on 4chan and act like it was coming from a high-level source inside the administration or the intelligence community. That later became the QAnon operation. I obtained chat logs from the two at that time in August of 2017, which back up their statements to us. That signing FBI anon is good too, looks spooky, but we should do our own thing, one of them wrote. Let's use the Socratic method to question people, and they're going to flip on suggestions alone, said Microchip. Just sign it, Microchip.
Right. But when you start questioning them back, they don't like that stuff.
They needed something more sinister, and Q was born. Well, that's why I asked Microchip to record a video of himself opening up the Discord app on his iOS and scrolling through his screen to show us that the messages were not photoshopped or recreated in any way. Here is that video. I also interviewed Microchip to hear his take on the why and the how of the created Q.
With the QAnon stuff, it wasn't that. This wasn't something that was QAnon stuff. It wasn't that. This wasn't something that was. This is hard to explain because this wasn't something planned. Like we just came together and said, "This is our operation to take out something." Right? It wasn't like that. This happened actually. I would say it's more of a mistake than an outright. But I've infiltrated anti-thought groups. You have literature that they talk about, right? That these dissident books and things like that. How to riot.
So they're obsessed with what I would say some of the anarchist writers and socialist anarchist writers from Europe in the 1900s. I've noticed.
Yeah. Yes. Right. And it comes to the soul and that stuff, right? Like how the rules for radicals, how to disrupt society, etc. And one of those books they came up with was this what Q, what the Italian author guy read. And in that book, he did the ominous messaging and
I saw the Q docs a little bit different, and that was one of the things that I gave Monty credit for back in the days when he docs Q. Seemed pretty legit, but also it seemed like a good way to leave a trail for people to click links in mass to do what with that information once people click those links, and then the docs was pretty interesting as far as who actually did it, and it made fairly well sense. True or not, I still don't know. Like I'll never be able to know exactly who Q is. I mean, some people, try to give the Muffin Man credit for that, but no. Okay, again, no. They tried to replicate to infiltrate. Wow, amazing.
And then we came up with a list of different things like, what are these people interested in? That sparks their attention. You got George Soros, you got Obama working with CIA and FBI to steer Trump in this Russia investigation. Once Trump was inaugurated, there was a lot of talk about that. You've got Trump surrounding himself with generals. People thought he was going to start World War III and things like that.
Of course.
Spewed out a bunch of stuff about Trump's war.
Of course. The weirdo left-wing thing to do is try to associate people that just together that aren't together. Or, I mean, really, if Trump was on these lists, in any way, I think they would have already been dropped right as Trump took the throne. Come on. Really. They would have just blam, blam, blam. There you go. Nothing there for some reason. So, still, again, two wings of the same bird type thing. But, I think to play the game, to get the left-wingers to kind of come out and start, with the disgusting accusations and the gay LARPing and shit like that, the straight man shame and so forth. Yeah, pretty interesting on how that all works, and then blame the trolling on a guy like me, and I'm some type of extremist right winger, and I'm not, anyway.
And so this is what was getting Trump supporters excited. He put together a list of different questions that would spark people's attention for different items. We filtered it out, and randomly, one day, a dream catcher on a post on 4chan, there was a post where somebody said Hillary Clinton will be arrested, like shortly, right? Something like that. It was complete stupidity, because she's not arrested. And it was one of those things where somebody was trying to set up some type of a gaslight type campaign right again. And so, because we've been talking about this stuff, Dreamcatcher went to the next level, and he took that whole snippet and he added this.
Oh my god, it's all so boring.
And I feel terrible about that. Part of the reason.
Share.
Okay, so
propagate
with that,
propagate it, lady.
I can play that another time. Finish that out, but you get the feel of it.
All right.
Then it was brought up last night that Defango, around the same time, Defango interviewed Microchip, and also, where's Denise?
Oh, right.
Okay, people are being used. People, for this operation. Why don't they call it an operation?
Throwing Denise up under the bus for what you're now taking over, like her throne. Oh,
by the way, they don't. They just say, "Oh, we just did these things, right? Puzzles, if you will." Anyways, I learned a lot on Jedi Stream, just a little over an hour. I learned
oh wow,
a lot on Jedi Stream. Also, about this all goes back to Professor Dilly, right? And who her boss was, I guess, at the college or something. Her boss's husband, I guess, is a U.S. intelligence high ranking, if not highest or something, which I didn't even know until last night. And then wasn't Neil Rawhauser was part of Operation, which nobody wants to say his full name, right? Are afraid to or something, which I don't understand because anyways, Professor Dilly says that he reached out to her and actually he's part of Cicada and whatnot. So there's all of these players that I've heard their names repeatedly have Q, Dilly, Cicada, whether they're against it, for it, working for it or not, whatever, have all this in common. And then the Neil guy comes out of the closet, surprise, I guess, according to Professor Dilly, her tweet stating that she hadn't talked to him for years, and he just comes out of the woodwork and emails her and says, "Hey, by the way, I'm on the board of Cicada basically, and I'm handling their whatever she's involved with. If you want to call it public relations or whatever, there was a title. I'm not going to look it up because the less I look at it, the better I am."
Wow.
But these people who are pitted, right, have rats, okay?
Wow.
Who run around YouTube and keep files on everybody.
Yeah.
For extortion.
Oh my gosh.
And game playing, right?
Whoa.
What buttons to push.
Like Vic was saying, he's gonna call good guy's wife's work and all the lawyers around that town and county and state, so forth, and then try to use it against him to try to get his house taken from him. He's gonna have his house, right? Even though it doesn't really work like that, but it makes some lawyers laugh for sure. Yeah, call.
I heard one actually talk about Blazin Scar and said that this one shouldn't have been activated.
Wow.
Okay. But if they're a victim and they've got a story, they're the most important one in all of this.
Right.
Oh, here's B more. Let me let him up really quick and see what's going on. But anyways, that's what I'm looking at
Hello.
and digging at. Busker,
Oh
where
my
have you
gosh,
been?
here, boring hour.